Welcome to another week of your favorite podcast and mine, 21st Century Rocker Mom podcast with me, your host, Tanya Candler. I'm here with you, for you every week. We see each other and we hang out. So we're going to definitely hang out this week. And why am I dressed in leather? And the more I move around, this is not real leather. Let me just say for the record, I'm vegan, so I'm not going to wear real leather. This is pleather to play in. It's fake leather. It's like plastic or polyvinyl or something. It's very hot and it's very tight. I got a question about how you go pee in this outfit. The answer is this: you don't. But it's a nod to the late, great Olivia Newton John, unfortunately, who we lost this week. I don't want to start off on a bad foot, but it was so sad. I was really upset this week, literally crying. I don't really cry over celeb deaths and things like that because fame to me is not really a thing unless someone's a really big superstar and has achieved something on a big status that has to do with their lifetime. Not that they're famous and they have a lot of fans, but they've done good things for humanity and people, and are just they seem like really good people. And Olivia Newton John was one of those people. For me, she was my idol growing up. Oh God, I wanted to be Sandy as soon as I saw Grease. Way too young, obviously. And obviously, Xanadu was a movie that I saw too that I admired her in. I can't roller skate to fucking save my life. I got a brand new pair of roller skates. And you know what they do? They make me fall on my ass. That's all I can do when I roller skate. I'm not super what you would call coordinated. So Olivia Newton John was always it was a draw for me because she was super coordinated and she could sing and she could dance and she could choreograph and she could roller skate. And she was a pink lady and she was just everything. She was Sandy in Grease. And I remember going out and buying myself a jacket and putting the pink lady stuff on the background, on the back of the jacket, and getting made fun of fucking hard at school for it. Oh my God. I bet you if I would have shown up in something like this, I don't think I would have gotten made fun of as hard. But growing up is not easy. I was bullied in school a lot of people are bullied in school. I was bullied growing up. Where are those bullies now? Not many places. Flipping fucking hamburgers. Not anything wrong with that, but fuck off, bullies. You know when to stop. What is going to happen to your high school bullies, or the same thing that happened to the high school bullies in movies like Grease and things like that of your days of yore. Nothing good happens to a bully. Really, read the end of the story. Nothing happens at the end that's good. Even my 7-year-old was telling me the other day, we were talking about story structure, and he was saying that generally the main character has a problem happen to them. They were studying story structure when he was doing class and things like that, when he was reading and doing a certain writing project in class, and he was saying that usually the main characters are stuck in some kind of pickle, as he put it. And he said, but generally they end up being the protagonist. He says this, and they solve the problem and they beat the antagonist, which is, the bad guy, just because I'm a bad guy, it's Billie Eilish. It's bad. Duh. But seriously, this week was sad losing Olivia Newton John. She battled 30 years since her cancer diagnosis initially, and was really public about it, and she really raised a lot awareness to breast cancer and Cancer Foundation. She raised a lot of money. She was always just a positive sort of person. So I think it's really sad that Olivia Newton John passed away. So that really bummed me out big time. I will say that truly from my heart. I'm 73 is too fucking young. We've been losing too many good people. I will say. And I will leave it at that. We're losing too many people too fucking young. I will leave it at that. Now, with that brutality at the beginning of the week, the beginning of this week brought a ton of brutality for moi personally, honestly, seriously. Oh my God. How did I come up with this episode? Oh my God. This episode is called Stop Copying Me. I think that's funny. The irony. But this episode is called Stop Copying Me. But I know I'm going to get questions. How did you come up with the name for the episode? I've gotten a lot of questions lately. I'm going to answer them. I'm going to answer your questions today on the show, tonight, whenever you're listening or watching. I know you love to watch. Thanks for the YouTube views. I'm sending all my kisses to you. No, I was outside because I was not feeling good at the beginning of the week, and I will get into that earlier. That has to do with copying and being an imposter and fucking cheating people out of things and cheating people out of money and fucking people over. I'm going to talk about what happened to me at the beginning of the week while I was sitting outside to get some fresh air, to feel better, to clear my head. And I'm sitting out there, and then all of a sudden, the neighbors' kids are outside, and they're always outside. It's summertime. My kids are always outside. My kids were inside for some reason. I think it was like raining or something. It was like a thunderstorm, and they didn't want to go outside, but the neighbors' kids are like nuts. They just like, if the thunderstorm is, as long as it's not lightning, they don't give a shit. My kids are like more like, oh, it's really raining hard. I'm like, so put on a raincoat and rain boots and go outside. They're like, no, maybe we can like do some inside activities like drawing or like making a comic book or painting or making a birdhouse. Can we play video games? I'm like, whatever you want, whatever. Read, listen to records. Like, they'll kind of do anything. We do piano lessons, like whatever. So, but the neighbors' kids are kind of out. And I was outside just like kind of sitting down and like meditating to the sound of the rain with my eyes closed, when all of a sudden I hear one of the neighbor's kids say to the other one, "Stop copying me!" And immediately I ran into the house, got myself my books and my notes that I write my podcast notes in, and I started writing down "Stop copying me." And it reminded me of, like, you know, the days of yore and my childhood. And I haven't thought of anyone really saying "stop copying me" like since my childhood, except for lately, because I've heard a lot of people talk about like copying and copycats and copyrights and all those things, right? And so up until lately, I hadn't heard it. So do you remember like the copying game, like in school, or like when you were a kid? You'd say something like, "I hate you," and the other person would be like, "I hate you." And then the next thing that you'd say, like, "You're an idiot." "You're an idiot." Like, you try to like one up each other, but the person would just continually berate you with just copying exactly what you said. And it just got to be like a little much after a while. And, I hate this. I hate this. My kids do it like themselves. They'll play the copying game, and like, I'm like, oh my God, guys. They try to do it with me, but it turns out like when kids do it, like little kids do it, it's like funny and really like imaginative. Like they really like use their whole imagination to come up with like the "stop copying me" sort of game. And it's cute and it's funny and I love it, and I think it's so adorable. So it's funny to see the "stop copying me" thing is, but like it got me thinking, uh-oh. There's a lot of like grown-ups right now screaming, "Stop copying me." It doesn't sound as cute when like a grown-up says it, right? When kids are like, "Stop copying me," it's like cute. But when a grown-up's like, "Stop copying me. You're a copycat. Stop." It's not as cute, right? Like it's not adorable. It just transports me back to the days of kindergarten, sitting in the kindergarten. "Stop copying me. She stole my block. He stole my this. They stole my that. They stole the Lego." It's just fucking asinine bullshit. You know what I mean? If that kind of shit flies in the kindergarten classroom, I know. I've taught primary grades things like how to brush your teeth when I used to go into schools, like in dentistry. We did public health. When it was still kind of funded by the government back then, we go into schools and we teach kids how to brush their teeth and how to brush them properly. Up like the flowers, down like the rain, back and forth like a choo-choo train. You get that for free on 21st Century Rocker Mom. 4 times a day. Like you got a 2 for 2 is what you do. Like you got to brush your teeth and you got to floss too. Imagine going to the bathroom, like I'm talking number 2 style, and wiping like your butt cheeks, but not like wiping the crack. That's what it's like when you don't brush your teeth and then floss too. You're missing like 70% of like tooth space. You got to get in between your teeth. That's why you're getting cavities if you are. That's my free piece of dental advice for you today. See, something that I did in one of my past careers, one of the many, is absolutely invaluable to you. You can copy that anytime you want. But like, copycatting is bad when people start bullying people about, "Hey, you copied me, So now I want to get revenge on you and I want to bully you and I don't like this. And that got me thinking like, how many things are really like truly like original, like really truly original, down from the heart, from the soul. I've never heard of it before. Like you've never heard of it before. And then I got thinking about like the kinds of differences between like designer, imposter, and designer regular, and you know, things that are kind of, my kids play that imposter game, you know, let's vote them off, whatever. And it got me thinking about imposters and who's telling the truth and who's lying. And so I wanted to examine originality a little bit closer and then look at things like cancel culture and canceling things and canceling people. And then I also wanted to look at like plain, just blatantly ripping fucking things off. So stop copying me can mean like a lot of things to a lot of people. So I wanted to delve deeper into those worlds. And I've got kind of some stories for ya, because I always got a story for y'all when you come sit down with me in this big comfy chair. And I'm sitting with my base lately and I'm having something I like to call fun fizzy. It's club soda and mango juice, because I don't like to drink any juice full strength. I got a special thing here to show you later that I'm excited to unveil to you. It's been a fun week. Oh my God. Speaking of designer imposters, this week was fucking full of them. And I will tell you, it started literally fucking like last Sunday. It started last Sunday. You know, after dropping episode 25, or rather, it wasn't episode 25. After episode 75, rather. I've had so many episodes now that I can't keep track of them my damn self. I knew I had a 5 in it. But after dropping episode 75 and dropping a little truth bombs on the, you know, a little bit, talking about the bearded community, and man, like the views went fucking crazy in like 3 days. Like they got up to over 100. There weren't a lot of comments, but there were a lot of watches. So I want to say thanks for watching. So that, you know, after that video dropped, I was like, let's, you know, chill out and just, you know, relax. And Rob's like, let's have a date night or whatever. So we ordered in some takeout food, and I'm not going to say from where, because they wanted to give me gift certificates as an apology. And let's just say I politely declined. So we ordered some takeout, and oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I want to like barf telling you this. This is terrible. So we got some like chickenless products, right? I got a chickenless sort of sandwich, and Rob got some like chickenless chicken nuggets. His were chickenless. We both ate the nuggets. We were fine. You know, I had the chicken sandwich. Chick-un sandwich. It was supposed to be unchicken. It wasn't supposed to be real chicken. It was supposed to be imposter chicken. Posing as chicken. Spam. Something posing as chicken. Stop copying me, chicken. It's not chicken. Guess what? I was so caught up in the moment, and I was so hungry. And the Chick-un like nuggets had already taken like the taste out of my mouth, and I can't taste much due to long haul COVID. I had COVID back, way back. Like I'm talking way back. But I still have, like I say, and if you listen to the episodes, you know that I have breathing problems and sneezing problems and coughing problems and all that stuff because of long haul COVID. And it's stopped me from things, but I'm getting my smell back now, which is cool, because there are times when you just, and people in the bearded community will probably resonate with this more than anyone else, especially if you're a beard oil maker and you're a small batch company mostly. Like, I don't know if like larger batch companies deal with this, but smaller batch companies and people that are testing a lot, they will describe something as going smell blind. And I've talked about being smell blind before, because I've gone smell blind, because like my dad was smell blind by the time he was 30. He had nasal polyps. I do not, thank God, anymore. But like COVID fucking fucked with me long haul on smelling. So if I want to smell anything, I have to take long inhalations of like ground coffee in between to kind of make it like clear in my sinuses. So, you know, when you're smelling things, you know, you get careful. Well, I couldn't smell anything, and I really couldn't taste anything. So I ate this designer imposter fucking chicken sandwich. I've been vegan for a very, I want to say like 2 years. I don't know how long it's been yet. I honestly haven't counted, but I have not been eating any meat, any plant-based product is what I've been consuming. any meat-based product. It hasn't worked with my body. And like I say, a lot of people like to say, don't do a restrictive diet unless like I say, like you have to, or your doctor advises you to, or your physician, or whoever you're seeing, your naturopath, whoever you're seeing advises you, your coach, have this sort of diet, then do it, you know. But if you're not under the advice of anyone, be careful, is all I'm saying. So, after these views went out the wazoo, I decided to have this chicken sandwich. Well, I'm going to tell you, it didn't take long for my body to realize that this was meat. And I got what I'm going to describe to you and what vegans might call the fucking meat flu. And I was so goddamn fucking sick. I've never been so sick in my fucking life. I have to thank my mom, because seriously, I think if it weren't for my mom, I would have dropped fucking dead from the meat flu. Holy shit. I've never been so sick in my entire life. My bathroom looked like a Motley Crue fucking hotel room. There was just like a throw up everywhere and every color, because Gatorade, man. I was drinking that Gatorade, and then the doctor said, stop drinking Gatorade. My mom said, stop drinking Gatorade. You're going to have kidney failure. You be drinking Haterade. Don't drink that. Have plain water and lemon juice and lemonade and ginger tea. And suddenly I started feeling a little bit better. So things picked up in the week, you know, for there when I started feeling a little bit more hydrated. I could do things. I had a lot of shooting and shit to do this week. I had a lot of stuff to do. It was quick. I'm like going to do this for 24 hours, and then I got to be back here, and then I got to go over here. I was all over the fucking goddamn place this week, but it's fine. It's good. After that impossible chicken sandwich, impossible chicken sandwich, it was horrible. When I say my bathroom looked like a Motley Crue, like sort of concert, just backstage area, it was not good. I will tell you, speaking of Motley Crue this week, this is something that actually like lifted me up and kind of made me laugh. And I sent it to a few of my friends that they were just like, Jesus, did anyone see Tommy Lee's whoops-a-daisy moment? Like when he showed his hog on his Instagram this week. I, of course, because I'm funny, screenshotted it. Tommy Lee like has like a naked picture of himself and his like penis just like hanging out there for the world to see. Now he's got it like in like a mosaic style. It almost looks like a stained glass naked penis man just hanging out. He's got his wang out. He's hanging out with his schlong. And I gotta say it's a schlong because even Tommy Lee's like old and everything like that. He doesn't have a schlort. But how many people and women in this world have not seen Tommy Lee's wiener? Like everyone's seen the hog. So yeah. Dick pics are so like late and early 2000s, I guess, for me. It was a form of dating. If you know what dick pics are and like sending back and forth nudie pictures of each other, if you don't know what that stuff is, then you never dated in those times. In 2010, for me, like dick pics were still a fucking thing. Like I had a brief hiccup in, it was not a marriage, but it was like a relationship that was like a long-term relationship. And we decided to split up for like a year. So of course I had some people flirting with me, and some of the gentlemen that were flirting with me decided they weren't going to be so gentlemanly. And they were like sending me some dick pics, and I got them, right? But I didn't do anything with them. I just like deleted them from my phone or deleted them from my Facebook or wherever they were sending them to, and didn't think anything about it. Well, speaking of all those dick pics, I watched a thing on Netflix this week called The Most Hated Man on the Internet. And this made me think of the dick pic thing. He started a revenge site, and it's like a revenge porn site. And these are the people that do things with the dick pics and the naked pictures and the, really vivid stuff you send people when you're flirting in a relationship and things get kind of crazy and you send each other pictures back and forth. Oh my God. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my visual fucking thought camera would tell. Just like a porno movie. The kind the stores fucking used to sell behind the curtain in the back of the room in the store. Does anyone remember the video stores where they used to sell the porn? And it was like in the back of the store. And like you have to go get the dirty movie section. And you have to go behind a curtain. It would say like 18 plus right behind it. So funny. Like, and that just reminds me, like, this revenge porn site was terrible. It ended up with a thing with this girl who called herself Butthole Girl. She ended up like losing her kids for like being on the internet and being a spectacle, I would say. It's worth the watch, and this guy is definitely a terrible fucking human, just exploiting people on the internet. He said that ruining people's lives are what, like, that's what he likes to do. It's his favorite pastime, is he loves to ruin people's lives because he makes money off of it. And there are a lot of people that, like I say, capitalize and make money off of ruining people's lives and livelihoods. It's fucking bullshit. I don't like it. I don't like to see it. We're going to talk a little bit about that later. And instead, I thought, you know, speaking of like dumpster fires and disasters and all these things that happen, I had a first kiss disaster. And I'm going to tell you, I have a first kiss, like a real first kiss, until I was a lot like older than most kids. I think I was like in grade 7. And we're like at this party at my girlfriend's house. And we were playing, not even spin the bottle. We had a big bottle of like facial toner. It was like Sea Breeze. And we were playing spin the Sea Breeze. And it landed on this boy. And he had like really like an orthognathic jaw. He had his teeth were really like pushed forward. Not buck teeth, but he just really pushed forward teeth. And so I was like, I have to kiss him. So we were both awkward. I don't know how many girls he'd kissed in his life. I had kissed no one in my life on the mouth. So it was not a French kiss. It was not of the French style. But we just kissed and our teeth banged together. And I remember my head fucking ringing and wanting to just like die. And then at the party, it became time for the game of 7 minutes in heaven. And I still have the guy who I did the 7 minutes in heaven with on my Facebook. And like when we were in grade 7, like he'd already had sex. So like to me, I was just like, oh God. When it landed on him, I was just like, am I going to get sexed in the closet? I was like in grade 7. I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. So like actually, he was like a super gentleman. He was really nice. He didn't pressure me into anything. He just like talked to me like for, you know, like 5 minutes. And I think for like 2 minutes we spent it like making out. And that was my first like kiss of the French style. It was a kiss from a rose. And then I was like, I could kind of tell that I'm like, oh, this wasn't like kissing the other boy. You have experience. And I knew that he had, because he had sex and he had French kissed a lot of the girls at school already. So that was my French kissing in the closet story. Mama don't like no kissing in the bushes around here. Mama don't like any kisses in the bushes around here. We don't care what Mama don't allow. We're gonna kiss them bushes anyhow. That's about kissing in the bushes. Oh my God. Oh, I've had such a fun week. Oh my God. I played beard oil roulette this week. It was fun. I even got to play with my kid, which is great. He loves it now. He's a beardo. So that just brings me closer to beard oil. That makes me happy. That makes me something like excited about the community. All the people that were there were bitching. It was a great time. It's always a great time in beard oil roulette. And I got to tell you, let's get to the juicy though. Speaking of beard oil, like let's get to the juicy. Makes your beard juicy. Makes your hair juicy. I'm wearing actually a favorite beard oil right now. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I am going to tell you it's in this bottle. There's juicy beard oil in that bottle, and I'm not going to tell you yet what's in there. Let's get to the juicy. I've been asked a lot about cancel culture lately. What my opinion on cancel culture is, what I think about cancel culture. So many questions and so many DMs coming in. Whether it be from Twitter or any of those other social media platforms like Instagram. I don't get much on Facebook or anything like that because I don't expect it. And sometimes I get like a DM or something, like I can get a comment on YouTube, or someone sends me something on TikTok and I get a question about or a comment about cancel culture. And here's what I think about cancel culture. I'm going to tell you exactly this, and maybe I have to read it. There's no cancel culture. There is no cancel culture. It doesn't exist. You know why there's no cancel culture and like it doesn't exist? Because things just are. They're already there. Things are already there. They're kind of permanent. They exist. You can choose to look at them You can choose to look away. You can choose to view them. You can choose to not view them. You can choose to follow them. You can choose to unfollow them. You can like them. You can give them a thumbs up. You can give them a thumbs down. Inevitably, it doesn't fucking matter. But you know what? If you don't like it, why watch it? Why give it your time of day? Why complain when you could skip it or let it go? Let it go. Some of y'all have kids. You know what that Elsa shit's like. Just let it go like Elsa, baby. Let it go. Or you could have an intelligent conversation about it. There is a really good idea. I mean, you can delete it and block it. That is your prerogative. Or you can talk about it. But you know what? I know that y'all morbid and y'all here for the circus and you want to slow down for the car crash and you want to have a peek and see kind of what went on. You want to see what went on for the dumpster fire. You want to watch a car crash and you got that morbid curiosity. And that's a human thing to have, is a morbid curiosity. Everybody wants to take a peek. Everybody wants to know what's going on a little bit. Am I right? Or am I wrong? It's morbid curiosity. Cancel culture to me, like I say, someone the other day was talking to me about canceling Metallica. And I was like, really? Metallica's here to stay. I don't think canceling Metallica is the answer to anything. Why would we cancel Metallica? They're a great band. Numero uno. I'm doing this thing called Mayhem in the AM. It's a heavy metal hat trick with a wonderful radio station. I can't wait to share it with you when it comes out. And I got to pick some metal songs. And like I say, why cancel Metallica and cancel any of these metal bands that I picked? I got to listen to so much metal that I'm so pumped up about it. I've been listening to metal and like the Grease soundtrack and like the soundtrack to Xanadu with like Electric Light Orchestra and like Olivia Newton John on it. That's been on my playlist this week. It's been good. Like I talk about cancel culture. I've seen attempts, with cancel culture to cancel books in school and movies, not show them anymore, and cancel TV shows, cancel certain things on the news and media, cancel things in politics. I've seen people try to cancel people's businesses, their restaurants, their livelihoods. Basically, like cancel people's lives and just cancel people out. Here's the deal. You can't cancel anyone. Like, try. You can go for it. But you really can't cancel anyone. I'm saying you can copy someone, and I guess that's bad. Like, you can really copy someone, and that's bad. Get an original idea, stick with it, make sure, like when you do get an original idea, make sure it's original. Make sure it's not done too many times before or so similar the same way that it looks like a ripoff and you're going to get in trouble. Not good, be careful. But I'm telling you, when it comes to cancel culture is dumb because it cancels things out. It gets rid of things. And inclusive, I'm going to tell you this right now. Inclusive is the new exclusive. The more you can let people in to the community of whatever you're doing, and the more you can help people get into that niche corner and find a safe place and a good place where they can feel good about themselves and free to express themselves, the better it's going to be. Inclusive is the new exclusive. So let more people in. Be cool, man. Don't make it all about a club, about yourself. Don't make it, I watched Stepford Wives the other day, and don't make it Stepford, everybody is a robot. Like the remake of Stepford, obviously, with Frank Oz directing it, and, Glenn Close in it, and Bette Midler in it, and it's really good. And Nicole Kidman's in it, and it's just a fantastic film altogether. And, like I say, don't make it so robotic. Be a little bit more organic. Be who you is. Be who you are. Like I say, don't stop. Like, that's why people like you, because you are who you are. I'm going to give you a little hint. You can taste the difference authenticity makes. If you know who said that, we should be friends. No, seriously, we should. Now, speaking of these little bottles, what's going on here? I have some samples going on. I'm making a list. I'm checking it twice. I know everybody who's been naughty and nice, and most of y'all been nice. So, I got something amazing for y'all. I'm sending you some mail. Somebody and some of you are getting a little gift from me. And I'll give you a little hint. It's in that blue bottle. Special things are going to be in the mail in the next few weeks for me with love and care. And you can do whatever you wish with them. And this is going out to my every kind of listener. This is not just going out to my bearded listeners. So back to the copycat game. Are you a copycat? Are you a copycat? Am I a copycat? Are any of us copycats? Is anything original? Were there only 5 songs and 5 stories ever written in the world, and now everything's just a branch off of everything? You know, with that, can we argue that story? Have you ever heard that one before? You know, there's only a few original things made in this world, and everything else is just a branch and a copycat and a kind of like a bastardization of that. Everything is taken from those original things, which makes me just kind of shake my head, because I think we can be more original than that as humans. Like, we can be more original. We're capable of coming up with more original ideas than we think. We're smarter than we think. We're more original than we think. We're more intelligent than we think. We're more creative than we really think. And we're just not doing anything with it. And so, what can I say? Do something with it. And the biggest concern with copycat when I was a kid is when we were copying people, we'd copy all like their things, and then we tell each other like each other's like secrets when we were kids, and we copied and we'd spew out at each other's secrets. And they'd say, you know, I would always say to my mom, like, Mom, now so and so has all my secrets. Like, what are they going to do with them? Are they going to do something good, or are they going to do something bad? And that's the thing. What are you going to do when you're all filled up with secrets and stories and all kinds of things? Are you going to do something bad with those? Are you going to bastardize those? And are you going to throw those people under the bus? No. You can't do that. What are you going to do with those? You're going to make it rain sunshine, and you're going to turn that into a bottle of fucking positivity, and you're going to rain sunshine all over the goddamn place. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm the female mob boss, baby. And whatever I got rocking and whatever I got going on, it's going to be cool. You're going to appreciate it. I've been told that I got more personality in my pinky finger than a lot of people put together, and I really appreciate that comment. Who said that? That was pretty cool. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate everyone, you know, listening to the channel and reaching out and listening to the channel. You're going to see another PSA from me, and the PSA is this. This is my public service announcement for the week. You know, fuck around and find out. Really, fuck around and find out. Because now the pedal is to the metal, my ears to the ground. Let's go. You know, I got nothing better to do. Let's go. With the cooking show going on and filming more things with cooking show, doing things in location stuff. The heavy metal hippie cooking show coming out. I got a lot of music stuff I'm still working on now that I'm switching the studio around. It's kind of stopped for a bit because, like I say, I'm sitting here beside my goddamn bass. We switched the studio around, so things are moving around the house and the records and stuff. I'll talk about records soon. I got something to tell you about that. I got the brand new project on the move. Finally, like I say, I've been working on it for like 4 fucking months, and it's been a long time to work on something, and yeah, it's a lot, but it's a labor of love, like I say, and I'm really excited to bring it to all of you. And like I say, my big hint is inclusive is the new exclusive. It's something for all of my listeners, no matter who you are and how you identify. This is going to be something that I think you'll appreciate, and I hope you'll appreciate, because it's been something that I've put a lot of love and labor and fun into. I think we're going to have some fun together. Now, I'm definitely run off my feet because I've jumped both feet in which I do with mostly everything. If you're going to do something, jump into it 2 feet at a fucking time. Get in there. Get in there. Jump in both feet at a time. You'll be okay. Trust me. Everything will be fine. Jump 2 feet at a time. But, like I say, I'm run off my feet. But I'm saying run off my feet in the best way. I'm tired, but in a good way. And speaking of feet, I wanted to tell you a story about feet. And me and pole dancing. Now that I'm wearing this fucking ridiculous outfit, why on earth wouldn't I address pole dancing? I was watching pole dancing like this week, and some of my friends are really good pole dancers. And they've got a lot of like core strength in between like there. I've had 2 kids. I got no core strength. Fuck that. I might look like I do, but I don't. Man, don't ask me no questions and I won't tell you no lies. No, I'm joking. No, I don't have any core strength. I'm not gonna tell any lies. Like I'm training to have more core strength, but I'm doing other things, you know. I'm like hoisting children and doing things like that. Trying to lift things, but I fucked up my back really bad this week. I'm not even going to get to that because Robaxaset is my friend. I will say that. Me and Robaxaset right now, we're like this. Oh my God, we're buddies. So like I say, I wanted to talk about feet and hobbits in the Shire and strippers and going to pole dancing class and being kind of crazy. So before I had kids, I thought I would go to pole dancing class. One of the girls that I work with, she invited me to go to a pole dancing class. And when I got there, like literally, I was the hobbit of the fucking Shire. It was like, literally. Remember last week I was talking about one beard oil to rule them all? I think I got it in a bottle, but we're going to see. And dropping hints like, what? So, but seriously, I do have one oil to rule them all. But seriously, going to this class was so embarrassing for me because when I got to this stripper pole class and this pole dancing class that I was really excited to go to, everybody there was like tall like a gazelle and graceful, and I am 4'10" and fucking uncoordinated as fuck. I am like a hobbit, and then like I have hobbit feet. Like I have really big feet for someone my size. Like I have like size 10 and a half probably feet, like really big feet. It's funny. So I get there and like the pole dancing is not working out well for me. It's like really like it's a hobbit dancing with a bunch of like the tall elves in the Lord of the Rings. Like it's just, I don't look like I fit in. It was embarrassing. It was not good. It was like Shire hobbits fucking trying to dance with like tree beards or something like that. And speaking of beards, like I say, speaking of beards, so many of you guys like that bearded video that I did a week back or so. A lot of views came on it quickly. So like I say, I really want to say thank you for the views. Like that got a lot of views, and I was flabbergasted. That was really cool. And I didn't get many comments. I got a lot of DMs, but I didn't get a lot of comments. And you know what? I'm sorry if you couldn't comment on that video, and I'm sorry if you don't feel like it's a safe space. I am working on building a very safe space for everyone, beardless or not. If you got hair anywhere, under there, wherever you got hair, I am building a safe space for you. I'm really excited to share that with you. And I really want to say it's going to be a hairy utopia. I want you to think about it as like a furry utopia. Anywhere you got hair. So don't miss out on what is coming down the pipe. I've been doing some fun stuff. So it's great. And follow me for that. We're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you'll see what happens. Just when you think things couldn't get bigger, we're going to get a bigger, broader, bearded community. And I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited about the inclusivity of it all, as I usually am. And let's, again, my friend, like I will say, and like my friend, that metal guy 1983 says, we're not going to water ourselves down. I'm certainly not going to water myself down. Like I say, if you don't like me, turn me off. Like I said, when I was pro-choice, and I am pro-choice, but I was making those pro-choice videos and pro-abortion videos. If you don't like abortions, don't have one. If you don't like my show, turn it off. If you don't like what I'm saying, don't listen to it. You know what I mean? But if something deep inside you compels you to listen to it or watch it, go for it. And watch what's going down, clowns, because it's happening. And it's happening soon. Speaking of watered down, have you ever watered down something like your parents' alcohol when you steal it? Probably. When I was a teenager, I used to try to steal my parents' booze and water it down and think they wouldn't notice and stuff like that. One thing, I know someone who went to the hospital and they were like dehydrated, so they were self-conscious about the color of their pee. So they watered down their piss at the hospital, therefore making it impossible for the hospital to get a clear knowledge of what was going on with the urinalysis with their piss. Remember, I worked in healthcare for like 15 years, and before that, other forms of healthcare and science. And remember, I'm a scientific dude. Also remember, speaking of the watered down things, of things, water in places, there is nowhere in fucking the state of Maine that is goddamn fucking vegan. What the fuck? Everything is buttered rolls and deep fried lobster, and what the fuck? You can't even get a salad without a creamy dressing on it. If you're vegan, you're gonna starve when you go to Maine. Butter is everywhere! Dead butter everywhere! Dead cows, dead udders everywhere! Fuck. Break shit. So, samples. Samples are coming down the pipe. I got a list of y'all, and I got a list. Remember, if you're someone that I was talking to about samples, send me your allergies, remember? Some of you have sent me your allergies, which I totally appreciate. And I will work with all of your allergies and make sure I don't put anything in there that's going to irritate you in any way, shape, or form or cause you an allergic reaction. Remember, everything's going to get tested before it goes out. And I'm really excited to send some things out to all of you, obviously at no cost to you, as usual. Also, but speaking of a cost to anybody, records. I'm going to be putting up some records on my DMs, kind of in my stories, that are for sale, that I'm going to send to you with a special autographed note or a postcard, handwritten, whatever kind of you want. I'm going to send that to you, whatever you like. You're going to have to pay the shipping, and there is going to be bidding on the records. All this money, the reason I'm doing this is not for me. I will tell you that right now. It is going right to a charity. You're going to get the picture of the check going to a charity. It is a charity, so I can make sure somebody has a place to live, and I want you to take a good look at my stories and keep a lookout. I'll post I'll make an Instagram post, obviously, when I am going to post this, and you can DM me for bids on the records, and then we'll figure out a way to get them to you with shipping and bids and everything like that. And all this money to my friend who is diligently, we're making sure that they keep their place of residence, and so this money will be sent to them. And so I like to keep things anonymous when I give to charities and give to things that I care about and give to things that are my passion. So this is that. You'll hear about it later, and get at me, because 100% of this money, like literally 100% of this money, goes to that fund and making sure that those people who need it get that money, and make sure that they need to stay where they're at, and they can stay where they're at. So you know where I'm at, and you can get me every week, because you know where you can find me. You can find me rocking and rolling on Instagram. You can find me at 21st Century Rocker Mom every week on Instagram. You can find me by the same handle on TikTok, Ticking and Talking, TikTok on TikTok at 21st Century Rocker Mom. There's a link to my YouTube channel on there, which is Tanya Candler channel. You can find it, or you can press it in my TikTok. You can find it. Anchor FM is in my bio. You can find out all the places that I'm streaming. You can listen pretty much anywhere you listen. Isn't it more fun to watch it, though? Watch it all go down, because it's funny. I know you like to watch. You can find me on Twitter, mostly bitching, like I say. You can find me on Twitter at Tanya Candler. You can find me there. My political stuff is on there. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm not sorry. What is going on in our province right now is a disgrace. And I will say that right now, like I say, all hell bent for leather. Now, I look forward to more coming. I look forward to more coming, like really more coming out and more releases of things, limited releases of things, and then big releases of things. You're going to see it all come on 21st Century Rocker Mom podcast, and more to come. Heavy Metal Hippie cooking show is coming down the pipe. I'm so excited to cook with you. And I'm excited to see you next week. And I'm excited to send you like your little things in the mail. So I will see you soon. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you next week. I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being with me once again this week on 21st Century Rocker Mom podcast. Be kind to each other. That's all I got to say.